Good afternoon, writers. Today we are going to think about how we can write effective leads. We want to think back to our realistic fiction story that we're developing, and we want to make sure that we are hooking our readers. Writers get most fired up when they force themselves to pause and think about, what do I need to add here to make this more interesting? They need to rewind, they need to listen to what they've written, and then they need to revise it. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to revise our lead to a realistic fiction story. So, something that we've talked about before is that when we hook a reader, there are several different kinds of strategies that we can use. We can use dialogue, we can use a question, we can paint a picture or a little snapshot. We can do a flashback, a sound effect, which we also know as onomatopoeias, or even an action. So I actually want to take a moment today to look at an author that we're all familiar with because we are all reading Number the Stars. If we look at what authors do, we can often get great ideas to use what they've done and apply it to our own writing. That's what using a mentor text is called. So we're going to actually use Lois Lowry's example here and see how she started off her lesson or her novel. I'm going to read it out loud, and I want you to see what you picture, and I want you to think about which one of these, or she could have used more than one strategy, did she use to hook her readers? Why are you running? I'll race you to the corner, Ellen. Amory adjusted the thick leather pack on her back so that her school books balanced evenly. Ready? She looked at her best friend. Ellen made a face. No, she said, laughing. You know I can't beat you. My legs aren't as long. Can't we just walk like civilized people? She was a stocky 10-year-old, unlike lanky Amory. We have to practice for the athletic meet on Friday. I know I'm going to win the girls' race this week. I was second last week, but I've been practicing every day. Come on, Ellen, Amory pleaded, eyeing the distance to the corner of the Copenhagen street. Please? As I read this, what came to mind? I want you to pause the video and think about which kind of strategies did this author use to hook you into the story. Did you think about, did the author use dialogue? Yes. I'll race you to the corner, Ellen. Amory adjusted the thick leather pack on her back. She's starting off a little dialogue between Ellen and Amory. We also think about, she's kind of talking a little bit about a snapshot. She's sharing with you a snapshot of where they are, and maybe starting off in the middle of a scene. I'm also seeing a little bit of action here too. So in your writing today, I would like you to use an organizer that looks like this. That's actually going to give you some ideas for leads in narrative writing. You have your talking lead, and what is great here is that it tells you our boring example and then how you can make it better. And I want you to see where in your story or where in your beginning, maybe it's a little boring. Maybe we need to liven it up a little bit by using one of these strategies. This is a resource that you will have that goes over all the ones we just talked about. We've got our talking lead, our sound effect lead, our action lead, our snapshot lead, our question lead, and a flashback lead. Okay, this is where you are going to take the opportunity to write 2 leads of your own. You are going to use this organizer that you will see on Seesaw, and you will find you're going to use the organizer that I just shared with you, this one, and you are going to write 2 different leads for your story. And then you're going to go back into your draft and include the lead that you like best. This might take you a little bit of time, and I want you to really, really think about how you can make your writing more interesting. How can we use our mentor text to help us? Feel free to go back and use even the first page, the first chapter, and number the stars and see what our author did to help you. I look forward to seeing all of the great leads that you come up with and how you're going to hook your readers today. All right, writers, off you go.